What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Bigboyfactsjonnytv, and today I'm going my WWE Raw review and highlights. So, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, turn on post notifications to get notified when I premiere a brand new video, or go live on YouTube on every Sunday at 4 o'clock Eastern Time. Follow my social media, my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord down below in the description. And go check out my AEW Double or Nothing review and highlights. And also go ahead to my premiere for my WWE NXT Battleground. That's up on the channel right now. But anyway, let me get started. Now, Monday Night Raw was a terrible show, and that's all I gotta say. Monday Night Raw was live from MVP Arena in Albany, New York. Okay, WWE Raw kicks off with highlights of Night of Champions. In the arena, Samantha introduced the new World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins. He makes his way down to the ring through the crowd. Seth Rollins gets in the ring and it is covered in a red carpet as he welcomes everyone to the show. The fans chant, "You deserve it," as he says he is the world heavyweight champion. Seth Rollins says it has been a long road to get here, but standing tonight, it just feels right. He says he wants to focus on the future because finally Raw has a champion that wants to be on the show. A champion that is going to be on the show, and a champion that is ready for a fight. The fans chant, "Thank you, Seth." Seth Rollins did deserve it. And also go check out my WWE Night of Champions review and highlights. Seth Rollins did deserve this, and I'm happy for Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is doing a Marvel movie. I just want to mention that. But anyway, let me continue. Seth Rollins says he wants all the fight, and he is going to stand in the ring with the World Heavyweight title around his waist every week, and the world singing his song. The fans start to chant his entrance music. AJ Styles music hits, and out comes AJ Styles to the ring. AJ Styles is face to face with Seth Rollins and says he knows he is supposed to be on SmackDown, which is facts, by the way. But I don't know what is AJ Styles doing on Monday Night Raw, knowing that he's a SmackDown superstar. That kills the brand split. But anyway, let me continue. But he couldn't resist coming to Raw to tell Seth Rollins to congratulations. He tells Seth Rollins he gave him everything he had. It was almost like Seth knew what he was going to do before he did it. And the WWE Universe says that Seth Rollins deserves it. AJ Styles tells Seth Rollins he doesn't think he deserves anything. AJ Styles tells Seth Rollins he earned the right to be World Heavyweight Champion. The fans chant Seth's song, and Seth tells AJ Styles he is not good at these things, but after the beating he gave him at Night of Champions, he has earned this. Seth Rollins extends his hand, and both men shake in the middle of the ring and smile. The Judgment Day music hits. The four of them came out, and Finn says this is making him want to puke. Damien says he is feeling nonsense and they should turn this more positive. Rhea says the Judgment Day they run Monday Night Raw. Damien Priest says after watching the Bloodline implode, without a shadow of a doubt, the Judgment Day run the entire WWE. Finn Balor says they beat the undisputed tag team champions, which is something Roman Reigns couldn't even do. Rhea Ripley tells Seth from the champion to just another one. He shouldn't get too comfortable with it because one of them will take the title off from him. Finn Balor and Damien Priest says it could be one of them, as Rhea says it could be her. Dom, and as the fans boo. Seth Rollins and AJ Styles laugh, and Dominic tells AJ he beat him. Finn Balor says they saw them beat each other half to death at Night of Champions. Dominic says, but the Judgment Day will finish the job tonight. AJ Styles says it almost sounds like they challenge them, as Seth accepts. Seth Rollins tells them any two of the Judgment Day against himself and AJ Styles. His show Monday Night Rollins. Commercial break. Adam Pierce is backstage on the phone, and he tells the person to hang on. He sees Seth Rollins and AJ Styles together. Seth Rollins tells him not to embrace himself. AJ Styles hint towards not want the match, and Adam Pierce tells them he is trying to get the match official and asks AJ if he has his gear. AJ tells him he is a professional and he has his gear and his gear as they walk away. Adam Pierce continues to talk on the phone and makes the match official. So we get Money in the Bank qualifier. So we get Ricochet versus The Miz, and this was a quick match, and I picked Ricochet to win tonight. The bell rings. We are underway. Ricochet with a kick to the side of the head, and The Miz falls to the outside. Ricochet on the ring apron kick Miz in the face and follows it up with a shooting star. He throws Miz back in the ring, and Miz hits him with a Hurricane followed by a boot to the face. Ricochet rolls to the outside of the ring. Miz grabs him and slams him into the announcer table. Miz throws Ricochet back in the ring, and he climbs to the top rope. Miz with a double axe. He goes for the cover, but Ricochet kicks out. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial, Miz with the double knees onto Ricochet, followed by a DDT. He goes for the cover, but Ricochet kicks out. Both men get up, and Ricochet with a kick to the face. He grabs Miz and slams him onto the mat. Ricochet climbs the top rope, and he lands the shooting star press. He goes for the cover and gets the pin. The winner of the match, Ricochet. So I already know Ricochet is qualifying for the men's Money in the Bank. We see clips of Becky Lynch match against Trish Stratus from Night of the Champions. Live in the arena, Trish Stratus makes her way down to the ring. Commercial break. Trish says she doesn't care about the fans and what they say. She hates to say "I told you so," but I told you so. She said she was going to go to Night of Champions and be Becky Lynch. And then that is what she did. She says this she says this is GOAT things. This is what you do when you are number one, when you are it. Trish says now Becky Lynch can crawl back in her dark hole and go do her stuff. The stuff that everyone goes through, and it will give a chance to real superstars to have a shot. Real superstars like the one who had her back at Night of Champions. Not that she needed the help, but she wanted to help. Someone that reminds her of herself. That Trish introduced Zoe Starks, and out she comes wearing a "Thank You Trish" t-shirt. Okay, Zoe Stark says she came into the WWE to be the best. She makes a statement, and who better to learn from than the OG herself? She could have taken the long, hard, difficult road like Becky Lynch, or she could be smart and be with Trish Stratus. Zoe Stark says Trish is so giving, humble, kind, and now that she has the floor, she would just like to say one thing. Thank you, Trish. Zoe starts asks her what's on her face. Trish says a bruise near her jaw, and Trish tells Becky not to show her face. Becky Lynch music hits, and out Becky Lynch comes. She tells Zoe Stark she will ruin her life, and Trish is still in her great. Still in her great. Becky is still in hers. Becky Lynch tells her to restart the match and finish it 1-on-1 right now. Zoe Starks leaves the ring, and Becky Lynch hits her with a right hand and throws her into the barricade. Becky Lynch gets in the ring and hits Trish Stratus with a shoulder tackle. Zoe Starks gets on the right apron, but Becky Lynch knocks her down. Becky Lynch with right hands on Trish as Zoe Starks gets sent in the ring, and they double team her. Zoe Starks hits her with a Z Z360 in the middle of the ring, and Trish hits her with the right hand. They place Becky Lynch in the corner as Zoe Starks takes off her "Thank You Trish" shirt, and they place it on the top of Becky Lynch. Commercial break. So we get Indy Sheer with Jinder Mahal versus two local opponents. Trash. This was a trash match. Before the referee can ring the bell, Indy Sheer attack one of the opponents. They throw one out of the ring, and the referee rings the bell. Veer with a kick to the face, and Sanga is tagging. Sanga Sanga throws him in the corner, and the other talent is tagged. It's tagging. A superplex by Sanga. He chokeslams one of them on the other and tags Veer into the ring. Sanga lifts him up, and Veer with a elbow off the second rope. He goes for the cover, gets the pin. The winner of the match ended this year. That was a trash tag team match. Commercial break. Back from commercial, we see clips of the undisputed tag team championship match of the night from Night of Champions. We see Jimmy Uso super kick Roman Reigns along with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens retaining their titles. Thank you, Jimmy Uso, for super kicking Roman Reigns. And that's all I gotta say. Jimmy Uso is gonna be our tribal chief. That's all I gotta say. And I know Kendrick is going to agree with me in the comment section. Out comes Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens to the ring. Sami Zayn says, "Absolutely, it's obvious they are feeling pretty good because at Night of Champions they won, and not just defended their titles, but they won. They did what they set out to do. That watched the bloodline crumble, and Roman Reigns deserved everything he got." Sami Zayn says he can main event next WrestleMania, be champion for another 1,000 days, enter the Hall of Fame tomorrow. But when he look at them, he would know that they won. Imperial music hits, and out they comes. Caster says it was an impressive victory, but was it the most impressive victory of the night? It was not more impressive than the man who extended his record-setting Intercontinental Champion regain, Gunther. Kevin Owens asks them why they are here. Kevin Owens says this is not the Wild West. They can't just come out without any saying their name. Kevin Owens goes crazy and Sami Zayn calls him down. Sami Zayn says it is an unwritten rule. They shouldn't come out. And Imperium have a match against Alpha Academy. And the last time they faced them, they beat them, embarrassed them. Caster tells him Matt Riddle is an embarrassment. He says them holding the titles is an absolute embarrassment. They are not worthy to stand on the mat to hold the championships and to represent Monday Night Raw. Kevin Owens says they always hear from the slender man, and sometimes the one with the ears. He talks, but he wants to hear what the bald one Vince has to say. Sami Zayn starts a baldy chant. Caster shuts them and says no one disrespects them. We suddenly hear shush as the Alpha Academy are on stage. Chad Gable says they are the new and the improved Alpha Academy with Maxine Dupree. Gable tells Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn if it's fine with them, they are going to hand out a lesson to Imperium right now. Kevin Owens asks them to say the word he says kind of funny that makes him laugh. Gable raises his hand and says thank you. This promo right here was the best promo that I enjoyed throughout the entire night. I enjoyed this promo right here. This was the best promo of the night right here. So we'll go to commercial break. So we get Imperium versus Alpha Academy. And this tag team match, man, this was quick. But somebody better give Caster a check, man. Somebody better give Caster a check, man. Anyway, let me continue. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are on commentary as the bell rings, and we are underway. Caster and Gable start the match, both men with reversals as Gable goes for the cover, but Caster kicks out. Both men to their feet and Caster with their right hand. He goes for a hip toss, but Gable reverses it into a hip toss. Vinci gets in the ring and Gable takes them both down. Vinci and Caster to the outside. We cut to the outside of the ring, and Valhalla is at ringside looking at Maxine Dupree. Valhalla chases Maxine Dupree as Maxine Dupree hits her with a kick to the side of the head. Valhalla chases Maxine Dupree to the back. Back in the ring, Vinci is tagging and they double team Gable. The fans chant Baldy as Vinci hits Gable with a chop to the chest, followed by a body slam. Caster is tagged back in and Gable kicks him to the outside. In comes Vinci and Gable throw him to the outside. Gable makes the tag and Otis is in the match. Otis knocks both Caster and Vinci down. Otis with a splash onto Caster in the corner. Otis with the caterpillar. He goes for the cover, but Vinci breaks it up. Otis throws Vinci to the outside and Gable is tagged back in. Otis runs to the ropes, but Vinci lowers the ropes and Otis falls to the outside. Vinci tags in and they double team Gable. Vinci goes for the cover and gets the pin. The winner of the match, Imperium. This was a quick tag team match. Kathy Kelly is backstage with Raquel Rodriguez and Shotzi. In comes Bayley and Io Sky. Bayley tells them they are not Damage Control, and they dedicated their match to Dakota Kai. Raquel says they were good enough to beat them last Friday on SmackDown, and Bayley is the only member of Damage Control not to hold gold. Commercial break. So we get WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match. Raquel Rodriguez and Shotzi versus Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville versus Bayley and Io Scott. This match was god awful. But Damage Control needs to break up. That's all I'll say. But this match was god awful. The bell rings, we are underway. Raquel and Bayley start the match, and Raquel with a right hand. Io Scott is tagging, and she hits Raquel with a drop kick. Forearm by Io, and Bayley is tagged back in. They double team Raquel in the corner. Bayley grabs Raquel, but Raquel gets her on her shoulders. Bayley lands on her feet, but Raquel with a waistline takedown. Bayley tags Chelsea Green into the match. Raquel throws Chelsea over the top rope onto the match. Chelsea Green goes to tag Ronda Rousey or Shayna Baszler, but they move out of the way. Raquel throws Chelsea Green into Shayna and to the outside. Chelsea is tagged in and she lands a suicide dive on the outside of the ring. Commercial break. Back from commercial, Shayna stomps on Shotzi's left arm in the middle of the ring. She throws Shotzi into the ring, but Shotzi hits Ronda Rousey. Yeah, Shotzi. Yeah, it says Shotzi in the corner. Shotzi hits Ronda Rousey with a right hand. Shayna grabs Shotzi, but Shotzi hits her with a neck breaker. Raquel is tagged in and she knocks Shayna down. Raquel knocks Shayna and Chelsea Green off the apron. She grabs Shayna and hits her with a fallaway slam. Ronda Rousey is tagged into the ring. Raquel with a right hand, but Raquel pushes her away and hits her with a clothesline. Raquel lifts Ronda up, but Shayna gets in the ring and pulls Ronda down. Raquel slams Shayna down. Ronda Rousey with the armbar in the middle of the ring. Bayley breaks it up with an elbow drop off the top rope. Chelsea Green tags herself and throws Ronda into the ring post. Sonya Deville kicks Ronda's arm. Sonya tags herself in. Sonya with a running knee onto Raquel. She goes for the cover, but Raquel kicks out. Chelsea is tagged in and she climbs the second rope, but Io Scott tags herself in and pushes Chelsea Green down. Io Scott with a double drop kick onto Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. Io Scott with a double knees onto Raquel. She goes for the cover, but Shotzi breaks it up. Bayley gets in the ring, but Shotzi throws her to the outside. Shotzi with a suicide dive onto Bayley on the outside of the ring. Shotzi is tagged in. Io Scott hits Shotzi with a face buster, followed by a Tiger suplex. Io Sky climbs the second rope, but Ronda tags herself in. Shotzi gets up and powerbombs Io Sky, who in turn suplexes Ronda off the top rope. Shotzi on the top rope jumps, but Ronda gets in the armbar and Shotzi taps out. The winner and your new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Rhonda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. Now, I just want to say this right now. We saw last night at WWE NXT Battleground, Tiffany Stratton won the NXT Women's Champion. That was god awful. And now Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler winning the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. And that match itself was god awful. That's all I gotta say. That match itself was god awful. Next, we get go to commercial break. Then we get Dolph Ziggler versus JD McDonough. Poor Dolph Ziggler, man. Dolph Ziggler can't even catch a break, man. Dolph Ziggler deserves better. And I'm just going to say this. He needs to go to either Impact Wrestling or AEW for Dolph Ziggler. But this match was squashed. The bell rings, we are on the way. Dolph with a right hand, and he goes for a splash in the corner. JD moves out of the way. JD with a modified suplex, and he throws Dolph Ziggler to the outside of the ring. JD throws Dolph over the announcer table, and he grabs him and throws him to the right into the ring steps. JD repeatedly throws Dolph into the ring steps as the referee calls for the bell. JD placed Dolph's head on the ring steps and stumps on his head. The winner by disqualification, Dolph Ziggler. That was a squash match. We cut backstage and see Cody Rhodes with his left arm in a sling walking. Commercial break. Cody Rhodes music hits and out comes Cody. Cody Rhodes to the ring. He gets in the ring and asks the crowd what they want to talk about. He says due to the referee's stop. He lost his match against Brock Lesnar. He told him he was foolish to fight Brock Lesnar with one hand, and that he was crazy not to tap out. He didn't tap out because that's not the man he wants to be. Years ago, he probably would have tapped out live to fight another day. He knows that some days the second chance don't present themselves. Cody says there was a wildly popular WWE superstar who used to once say never give up, but he has a question for Brock Lesnar. He assumes that Brock Lesnar has taken his annual vacation. Cody asks Brock Lesnar if he is satisfied with this being done. He have victories against each other. It's 1-1, and is he satisfied? He tells Brock Lesnar to consider this an open challenge. Hopefully, he has social media, cable, and landline, and Saka catch one. Saka Chawan. He will post his whole schedule if he is standing in the ring, he is standing ready to fight Brock Lesnar. Cody Rhodes says Brock Lesnar is an elite amateur wrestler who won the NCAA twice, former UFC heavyweight champion, like future UFC Hall of Famer, broke the Undertaker streak. Brock Lesnar is the beast. He is the beast enough to break his arm, but not man enough, but not man enough to make him tap out. And if Brock Lesnar does not accept, it shows Brock Lesnar is afraid of what cannot be broken. Brock Lesnar is afraid of Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes throws the microphone. Kathy Kelly is backstage with Matt Riddle. He says with money in the bank right around the corner, to imagine if he wins it, cashes in on Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins. And comes Gunther. He tells Riddle congratulations and good luck on his upcoming opportunity. Gunther tells him he really wants him to win Money in the Bank ladder match and cash it in on himself, beating him, humiliating himself. humiliating him as fun for Gunther as Gunther walks away. Commercial break. Kathy Kelly is backstage with Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. Ronda Rousey tells her that for 10 years they have been told they are not what people wanted. Shayna says loyalty is everything, and they want enough. They thought everyone, and they are the tag team champions, not because they wanted it, because they are the best team in the world. Okay, so we get the Money in the Bank qualifying match: Shinsuke Nakamura versus Bronson Reed. And this match right here, this was decent. This was a decent match right here. The bell rings and we are on the ring. The bell rings, we are underway. Bronson Reed with a right hand, followed by a body slam. He runs to the ropes, but Nakamura rolls to the outside of the ring. Bronson Reed goes to the outside as Nakamura gets back in the ring. Bronson Reed back in the ring and Nakamura with right hands. Nakamura runs to the ropes, but Bronson Reed with a shoulder block, followed by a splash and a spinning elbow. Bronson Reed with a chop to the chest as he throws Nakamura to the ropes, but Nakamura with a kick. He places Bronson Reed on the second rope and goes for a release German, but Bronson Reed holds onto the second rope. Nakamura to the outside and he kicks Bronson Reed and trips him on the apron. Nakamura with a knee to the face, followed by a knee to the back of the head. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial, Bronson Reed with a clothesline. He goes for the cover, but Nakamura kicks out. Bronson Reed grabs Nakamura, but Nakamura hits him with a kick to the side of the head. Nakamura places Bronson Reed on the second rope and hits him with a release German suplex. Nakamura goes for the Kinshasa, but Bronson Reed hits him with a Samoa drop. Bronson Reed climbs the top rope, but Nakamura gets up and kicks Bronson Reed, tripping him up. Nakamura on the second rope and jumps, but Bronson Reed hits him with a super kick. Bronson Reed with a power slam. Bronson Reed climbs the top rope and jumps, but Nakamura moves out of the way. Nakamura with a kick to the back of the head. Nakamura hits him with a Kinshasa, and Bronson Reed rolls to the outside of the ring. Nakamura to the outside of the ring, and he hits Bronson Reed with a flying kick. Nakamura gets back in the ring. Bronson Reed gets back in the ring, and Nakamura hits him with Kinshasa. He goes for the cover and gets the pin. The winner of the match, Shinsuke Nakamura. That was a decent match. Byron is backstage with the Judgment Day. He congratulates Rhea on her win against Natalya at Night of Champions, which that match was squashed. Natalya got squashed by Rhea Ripley in 2 minutes and 13 seconds on her birthday. But let me continue. Ronda Rousey says Natalya should know better and told her know better and to her goal. She cannot get distracted. She asked them which two of them will face Seth Rollins and AJ Styles tonight. Finn tells him if he told him he would have to. And as he is talking, Damien Priest cuts him off and tells Byron to go do his job somewhere else. So we go to commercial break. Okay, so we get the main event of the evening. So we get Seth Rollins and AJ Styles versus Damien Priest and Finn Balor, accompanied by Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley. Now this tag team match right here, I might as well say it was okay main event. This was okay. This was okay match for what it was. It says Finn Balor attacks Seth Rollins from behind as the referee rings the bell, and we are underway. Damien Priest is tagging, but Seth Rollins rolls to the outside of the ring. With Rhea Ripley posing, Seth Rollins put his arm around her, and she thinks it's Dominic. That part was funny. She freaks out and yells at him, and when she releases itself, he rolls into the ring and Damien hits him with a right hand. He throws Seth Rollins in the corner and stomps on Seth Rollins in the corner. Damien Priest with a spinning elbow. He goes for the cover, but Seth Rollins kicks out. Seth Rollins kicks Damien Priest away, and AJ Styles is tagged in and as Finn Balor. AJ Styles with right hands and kicks onto Finn Balor. Damian Priest gets in the ring, but AJ Styles hits him with the leg. Seth Rollins gets in the ring and Finn Balor throws him to the outside. Commercial break. Back from commercial breaks, Damian Priest throws AJ Styles to the outside of the ring. Dominic Mysterio goes for a right hand on AJ Styles with the referee distracted, but Seth Rollins hits him with the right hand and throws him into the ring. The referee ejects Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley from ringside. Back in the ring, AJ Styles rolls Damian Priest up. He kicks out. AJ Styles with the overhead kick. Seth Rollins and Finn Balor are tagging. Seth Rollins with a super kick, and he knocks Damian Priest off the ring apron. Seth Rollins with a flying knee onto Damian Priest on the outside of the ring. Seth Rollins gets back on the ring apron, and he jumps off the top rope, hitting Finn Balor with a flying knee. He goes for the cover, but Finn Balor kicks out. Seth Rollins grabs Finn Balor, but Finn Balor with an inside cradle, but Seth freaking Rollins kicks out. Finn Balor slams Seth freaking Rollins onto the mat. He goes for the cover, but again Seth freaking Rollins kicks out. Damian Priest is tagging and he knocks AJ Styles off the ring apron. Damian Priest goes for the South of Heaven, but Seth freaking Rollins lands on his feet and a right hand, but Damian Priest with a clothesline. He goes for the cover, but Seth Rollins kicks out. Damian Priest climbs the top rope, and as Seth climbs the top rope, Finn Balor tags himself in. Seth Rollins with a suplex, but Damian Priest hits him with a Falcon Arrow. Finn Balor goes for the coup de grace, but Seth Rollins moves out of the way, and he hits Finn Balor with a super kick, and both men are down. AJ Styles is tagging as is Damian Priest. AJ Styles with a right hand and a kick. AJ Styles on the ring apron and a sliding knee onto Finn Balor, with Seth freaking Rollins with a suicide dive onto Finn Balor to the outside of the ring. AJ Styles goes for the phenomenal forearm, but Damian Priest moves out of the way and hits him with the razor's edge. He goes for the cover, but Seth freaking Rollins breaks it up by hitting Damian Priest with the stomp. Seth freaking Rollins is tagging and he hits Damian Priest with the curb stomp. He goes for the cover and gets the pin. The winner of the match, Seth freaking Rollins and AJ Styles. And Monday Night Raw goes off the air. And I was waiting for AJ Styles to turn heel, so AJ Styles can attack Seth Rollins. But like I said earlier, Monday Night Raw was a terrible show. But anyway, if you guys enjoy my WWE Raw review and highlights, please give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below on what are your thoughts on Monday Night Raw, because Monday Night Raw was a terrible show. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please hit that subscribe button. Turn on post notifications to get notified when I premiere a brand new video or go live on YouTube every Sunday at 4 o'clock each time. And make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, because I am so close to that 5K goal. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow my social media, my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord down below in the description. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for my WWE NXT review and highlights. This your boy Bigboyfactsjonnytv. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang.